The sound of Jungkook's sharp voice shattered the quiet morning. You stirred in your sleep, your brows knitting together. Before your eyes stood open, you blinked, still half dreaming, and saw Jungkook standing near the window, speaking firmly on the phone. His tone was cold, commanding, uncompromising. Missing her gaze, Jungkook turned his head and noticed he was awake. Jungkook, why you're up? He said firstly, ending the call. Get ready, we're leaving for Italy. Jungkook stood himself up, confused. Why Italy? Why? Jungkook for business. His voice left no room for argument. Pack whatever you need, and just like that, he walked out of the room. See that for a moment frozen fact. You look unhealthy. You didn't have elegant dresses, not expensive outfits, nothing suitable for foreign trips. You had never been traveled outside your town, and now Italy. Not knowing what else to do, you went to freshen up. A little while later, Jago returned to the room. He stopped when he saw you sitting quietly on the edge of the bed. Jago, what are you doing? I told you to get ready. He rolled your eyes. Why, I don't have any clothes suitable for going somewhere like that. Jago saw started Jago. This isn't the time for that. What audible you have. A few hours later, you sat by the airplane window, staring outside in complete awe. You had never even left your house before, and now you was on a plane, flying above the clouds. Your eyes widened at everything: the sky, the wind cutting through clouds, the tiny buildings far below. You looked like a child seeing the world for the first time. An air hostess approached politely. Air hostess, sir, ma'am, your lunch. Jungkook glanced at you. Jungkook, eat, dinner will be very late. You nodded softly and took a small bite. The moment the food touched your tongue, your face turned pale. Your stomach twisted violently. You covered your mouth with your hand, eyes watering. You wanted to ask where the washroom was, but no words came out. Jungkook frowned, but before you could respond, you threw up on him. Silence. Jungkook heard the air hostess quickly rushed over and guided you to the washroom. Jungkook stood there stunned, staring at his strange shirt. For a second, irritation flashed in his eyes. Night fell. The cabin at night steam. Most passengers were asleep. You had fallen asleep too, exhausted from everything. Jungkook was working on his laptop when suddenly he felt a weight against his shoulder. He turned. You was asleep, your head resting against his. Moonlight streamed through the window, falling softly across your face. You looked peaceful, fragile, completely unaware of the world you had been thrown in. Jungkook stared at you for a long moment. Then slowly he closed his laptop. He pulled a blanket over you. You shifted in your sleep and then you rested your head against his, your small arms instinctively holding onto his. Jungkook's heart skipped, then quickened. He remained still, didn't push you away, didn't say anything. After a moment, he closed his eyes. You woke up suddenly. A firm push shook your shoulder. Jungkook, we are landing. Get up, he said. Your eyes were open. You looked around in confusion. The cabin was almost empty. Most passengers had already left. You were safe through everything. Next, you feel something weird at the corner of your mouth. Realizing you had rolled in your sleep, you quickly whipped it away and stood up. Cheeks burning red. Jungkook had already walked ahead. You hurried after him. You got into a street back car. The driver started moving immediately. You pressed your face right toward the window, staring outside. Everything felt unfamiliar. The streets, language on signboards, the tall buildings, Italy. You had never been dreamed of leaving your country. Beside you, Jungkook was on the phone again, speaking in a low, controlled tone. Even in another country, he sounded like someone who owned the world. the car stopped. Jungkook stepped out. Without a word, he remained serious for a moment, unsure. Jungkook, get out, he said shortly. You followed him. Both entered a massive luxury shopping mall. The lights, the displays, the expensive brands. You felt completely out of place. Jungkook, choose anything, he said. There is an event tonight. You nodded nervously. You had no idea what kind of dresses was appropriate for a high-profile event. You picked up a few pieces but hesitated every time. Jungkook watched you for a moment, then he walked toward Iraq and picked up a dress himself. Jungkook, try this. He looked at it again classy, far beyond anything you had ever owned. You nodded and went to the fitting room. Meanwhile, Jungkook selected a few simple dresses and handed them to the salesgirls. When you came out, you looked unsure. When it finished, you said softly. Jungkook's eyes scanned you from head to toe. For a brief second, something unreadable passed through his gaze. Jungkook, pack everything. Deliver it to the hotel, he instructed. A few hours later, at the hotel, Jungkook had ordered a lift for some urgent work. Be ready, he told you before leaving. You opened the shopping bags. Inside were several dresses and the event dress. You smiled nervously. When you opened another smaller bag, your face immediately turned bright red. Undergarments, your exact size. Why? How does he know? You whispered to yourself, embraced. You shook your head quickly and prepared yourself. You wasn't good at makeup. You tried carefully, reapplying lipstick 3 times before it finally took decent. Just as you finished, knock knock. Your heart skipped. You opened the door. One of Jungkook's bodyguards stood there. Boss is waiting downstairs. You frowned slightly. Why? But he said he would come upstairs to get me. Boss has urgent matters. He doesn't want to waste time coming up. Please come quickly. You hesitated. Jungkook had warned you before. Don't go anywhere with anyone unless I say so. But this bodyguard was always with Jungkook. You had seen him many times. He seemed trustworthy. So you nodded and followed him. The elevator doors closed. You didn't notice the way bodyguard's expression changed. Jungkook entered the hotel room. Jungkook whined. Silence. Jungkook frowned. Whined. No response. He walked toward the bathroom and pushed the door open. Empty. His face tightened instantly. He pulled out his phone and dialed his bodyguard. Switch off. His jaw hardened. The suspicion he had ignored earlier now felt real. He turned sharply. Jungkook, Jinsun. Within seconds, Jinsun appeared. Jinsun, yes, boss. Jungkook, one is missing. I can't reach Michael either. Jinsun's face darkened immediately. Jinsun, Michael betrayed us. A dangerous silence filled the room. Jungkook's eyes turned cold immediately. Jungkook, gather everyone now. We'll find her. The entire team moved within seconds. Meanwhile, you slowly opened your eyes. At first, all you saw was darkness, then bloody shades, a room, cold concrete wall. Your hands and feet were tied, your body felt weak, heavy. You tried to move but could not. Footsteps echoed. Immediately you closed your eyes again, pretending to be unconscious. Cameraman entered the room. Heavy weapons were placed on the floor. One of them walked closer to you. What's wrong? It's been so long. Why hasn't she woken up? No, boss said she should have been up by now. Call Jungkook already. I don't like waiting. Their footsteps faded. Slowly open your eyes. Your gaze fell on the weapons near you. Brush, fresh blood. Your body started trembling uncontrollably. This wasn't a nightmare. You was trapped. On the other side of the city, Jungkook's man searched everywhere, no location, no signal, no trace. They stood on a bridge overlooking the dark waters below. Jungkook's patience was running thin. "Jungkook, how long does it take to track one location?" he snapped. "Jinsun," answered carefully. "Jinsun, boss. It's not within our user territory, that's why." "Jungkook, not a territory," he repeated slowly. Before he could say more, his phone rang. Unknown number. The air turned dead still. Jungkook answered. "Hello." A distorted voice rapped, "Your wife is with us. She is already half dead. If you don't want her completely finished, come to the location we sent." The call ended. For a second, Jungkook didn't move. Then his fingers tightened in his hair. His breathing grew heavy. No one dared to speak. Finally, he woke up. Jungkook turned the car around. His voice was calm and prepared the weapons. His eyes burned with something terrifying. They touched her mind. The warehouse stood isolated at the edge of the city, dark, silent, waiting. Jungkook's car stopped abruptly. He stepped out before it fully halted. His man followed behind him, armed and ready. The large metal doors clicked open. Inside, he was tied to a chair under a single dim light, your face pale, eyes wide with fear, and around you, men with guns. Michael stepped forward slowly, capping mockingly. "Michael, I knew you would come." Jungkook's eyes rocked on you first. "Jungkook, let her go." Michael smirked. "You, the great Jungkook baking." Jungkook didn't bring. "Jungkook, name your price." Michael rapped. "It's not money I want, it's your territory." Silence. She shook her head weakly. "Why don't?" he whispered. Michael grabbed her chin roughly. Michael looked at her. "So pressure doesn't belong in your world." That was the moment Jungkook's control cracked. He moved. Gunshot exploded through the warehouse. Chaos erupted. Jungkook's men engaged immediately. Bullets flew. Glass shattered. Men screamed. Jungkook shot two men down without hesitation. He reached you and cut the ropes around your waist. "Jungkook, it's okay, I'm here." Before you could respond, a gunshot rang out. Everything slowed. Your body jerked violently. Your breath hissed. Jungkook felt something warm against his hands. He looked down, blood spreading across your chest. "Jungkook, no." Michael stood a few feet away, gun still smoking. "Michael, that was made for you." Anthony rolled you to the ground, then stood up, his face empty, emotionless. He raised his gun and shot Michael once, twice, 3 times, until Michael stopped moving, until the silence returned. He dropped the gun and rushed back to you. "Jungkook, why stay awake?" Your lips trembled. "Why? It hurts." His hands were shaking. "Jungkook, don't close your eyes." He lifted you in his arms, your blood stained his suit. Hospital. Doctor rushed you inside. Jungkook stood outside the emergency room, covered in blood. Jinsun appeared carefully. "Jinsun, boss." "Jungkook, find out who hit Michael." He said coolly, but first, his voice roared into something deadly. "Burn everything connected to him." Hours passed. The red emergency light finally turned out. The doctor stepped out. "Doctor, she's alive." The bullet missed her heart by inches, but she lost a lot of blood. Jungkook closed his eyes briefly. Only later, your fingers moved slightly. The steady beeping of the heart monitor filled the quiet hospital room. Slowly, your eyes fluttered open. Your vision was blurry at first, then you saw him, Jungkook, sitting beside your bed. Dark rose, eyes tired, face unreadable. For a second, fear flashed across her face. He remembered the gunshot, the bird, the man. Your breathing quickened. Jungkook noticed immediately. Jungkook, hey. His voice was softer than you had ever heard it. Jungkook, you're safe. You just trembled, tears rolled down your cheek when I thought I was going to die. Jungkook stood up instantly and leaned closer. Jungkook, you're not allowed to die, he said quietly. Your tears fell faster when I was scared. He hesitated for a moment, then gently wiped your tears with his thumbs. Jungkook, I was too. The confusion was almost invisible, but it was real. You started crying harder. Jungkook carefully pulled you into his chest, mindful of your injury. His hand rested protectively on your head. Jungkook, I'm here, he murmured. No one will touch you again. Jungkook stayed in Italy for a few more days after he was discharged. Jungkook cancelled meetings without explanation. He took you to quiet places, not crowded events. Both walked through old streets at sunset. You stared at everything with wonder. The architecture, the lights, the music in small cafes. One evening, standing near a river, you whispered, "Why, I wish Uncle, Auntie, and Gio were here. They would have loved this." Jungkook's jaw tightened slightly. He looked at you, so innocent. Still trusting, still unaware of the truth. He realized then you didn't know the real face of the people you loved. And it made something heavy settle inside his chest. Jungkook, you trust him a lot, he said quietly. You nodded with a small smile when they reached me. Jungkook looked away.